guys, it's Savannah and welcome back to my channel. Today is Thursday, July 3rd, 2025, and I am finally back for another podcast episode. In case you don't recall, I actually got married at the beginning of April. So these last 3 months have been really crazy with just adjusting to life, being married, getting into a new routine, figuring out what works best for us, and honestly just a lot of crazy life events happening. It has been some of the best 3 months of my life though, and I could not ask for a better husband. But anyway, because of all that, I have not recorded anything because I have not really found the time to do that. I'm actually recording this on my lunch break right now. I am working from home at the moment because the center I work in has been undergoing roof repairs and they have been delayed, so I should have been back in the office a couple weeks ago, but I am not. So I am still working from home, which is pretty nice, but also a little weird, and it's going to be very disappointing to have to wake up an hour earlier when I have to go back into office. So I am just sorry that I have not done an episode in a while, but also very glad to be back here recording another episode for all of you. Catching up on things is a little awkward right now because I don't really know what to say. It has been very nice being able to spend all of the time with my new husband since he works from home normally anyway. But our little routine has finally started to settle in some. 4th of July being tomorrow has messed with the week a little bit, but it's been very nice knowing that it is only a 4-day week. Let's jump into some of the projects, why don't we? First things first is baby blanket I made for Cole and I's nephew. He decided to give everyone a little bit of a scare by coming early, but his baby shower is on Sunday, and I finished the blanket for him. I asked my sister-in-law what colors she wanted for the baby blanket, and she said she wanted green, so I decided to go with 2 shades of green for this. This I am calling Forest Trails blanket. It has some spike stitches in it alternating in the color changes as well as on the border. But this little blanket is going to be perfect for my nephew, I feel. I am finishing up with the pattern. I did not write the pattern as I went. I worked on this during work sometimes, so I was not able to write it down as I worked on it. But it is sitting at 34 inches across, 26 3/4 inches along the sides, about 90 rows, and then 6 additional rounds for the border. But I will be getting this pattern out to you guys as soon as I can. I used, I believe it was DK weight yarn and a 4mm crochet hook. This is Sweet Delights yarn from Hobby Lobby. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite blanket projects I've done. I love how it turned out, especially with the color changes. And it is just such a fun one to look at when you're up close with it, with the spike stitches. It really adds some interesting visuals to it. but it is also just a very simple pattern. It is worked with double crochets, half double crochets, single crochets for the border, and then a spiked double crochet and a spiked half double crochet. But it is honestly probably one of my favorite projects I have done. I had been wanting to do a baby blanket for a while, but my sister-in-law having a baby just gave me a perfect reason to actually do one. So thank you for having a baby. But I honestly am probably going to reuse this pattern whenever I have my own kids, because it is just so fun and easy to work on, and it was very relaxing to do, and it is just such a cute little blanket. I am planning on steam blocking this tonight or tomorrow, and then taking pictures of it, just to get the corners to lay a little flatter and make it look a little nicer. But otherwise it did not need any blocking at all, and it, even with all the color changes, weaving in the ends was very simple, very quick, and I'm very happy with it. But that is pretty much all I have finished, other than my brother-in-law. His girlfriend's birthday was at the beginning of June, and he asked me if I would make a Highland cow for her in her favorite color, purple. So I did purple and a cream. I did not take any pictures of it, but it was the Highland cow pattern that I did, I believe it was last year, so I will link that pattern down below for you guys if you're interested in it. But I do have some more projects to show you. So I'm also making a toy for my nephew for the baby shower. I have all of the parts made. I just have not sewn it all together, because that is arguably the most frustrating part of making an amigurumi for me. But my sister-in-law loves Winnie the Pooh. I actually made her Eeyore and Pooh Bear in the past, but for her little boy, I decided I would make Piglet. So he needs to get sewn together, but he is mostly done. This is actually not my pattern. I will link the pattern down below. I got it off of Etsy. It's the same one who did the Pooh Bear and the Eeyore pattern as well. And this was actually a really simple pattern. It did not take me too long at all to do. 3 evenings watching TV after work for what it took for me to make all of these parts. I love the pattern for the ears. The ears are absolutely adorable. Like look at this. Honestly, probably supposed to go that way, but this is going to be absolutely adorable when it is all finished and sewn together, and I cannot wait. But baby shower, we have a basket right down here that has books, a giraffe toy, some bath toys, and diapers, and it's going to have the blanket and Piglet in it too. We are going to spoil this baby so much. But we are very happy that we are able to do this for him, and I'm glad that I'm able to have a baby so close by that I can make things for right now. But hopefully a little bit down the road it'll be our own kids. But it is, I cannot wait just to see my sister-in-law's reaction to the Piglet in the blanket. But yeah, first I've got to sew all of it together. But they're all the pieces are right here, so it is just a matter of mentally making myself do it. But it'll get done at some point, soonish, before Sunday. But yeah, I don't think I've worked any on this blanket in a while. This is my 2024 Disney Attraction Club yarn blanket. My corner to corner one I am making with the wrapped double crochets. I keep going back and forth on if there is in this third yarn to do another row. I'm going to try, and if not, I'm going to wind up my April yarn and do it. But yeah, that is pretty much all I have for works in progress. But I do have a stash enhancement to show you. So for our honeymoon, since we both had started new jobs, just did the weekend after the wedding, and we went to Birmingham. We went to the botanical garden, the zoo. We explored, really, pretty much that's it. But I did get these adorable elephant earrings at the zoo. Honestly, one of the best giraffe and elephant enclosures I've seen. It was so open and so wide, and one of the giraffes actually came up and took a selfie with us, which was awesome. I will actually post that picture here. But I could not go to Birmingham without finding a yarn store. So we found Knit Beham, and I was like, when we were on our way down there, I was like, we're gonna find a yarn store for me. We know that. I want to make something to remember it. And I was like, since we're going to the zoo, let me look at what animals they have and choose a few, and based on the yarn that I find, I'll make one of them. So I have 4 skeins of the Rios yarn in ivory. This is worsted weight, I believe. Yes, it's worsted weight. And I am going to be making a fennec fox out of this, because the fennec fox is one of my favorite animals. I just love foxes. But also, it was one of the cutest animals there. When we first got to it, it was asleep, but then right as we were about to leave, it decided to get up. His name is Critter, and he is absolutely adorable. So I will be making Critter, the fennec fox, and I'll be making my own pattern for it too. So I am looking forward to sharing that pattern with you in the future. But since I have 2 major projects done, the blanket and Piglet is almost done. I have not finished my daily Advent projects, so I need to work on that some more. But what I'm mainly going to be focusing on is my Disney Attraction Club blanket, since if you can't see right here, my 2023 one is on the couch behind me right now. I want to finish that because it will take a long time anyway, but I also want to get my fennec fox done. But that is pretty much what I have for you guys. So I want to thank you guys for being patient in me adjusting to married life and getting this video out as soon as I could. And thank you guys for joining me for this podcast episode. I love you all, and I will see you all in the next episode. Until the next time, happy crocheting!